Hey there, welcome back. So today I want to go over some changes in the PTS. So the whole point of the PTS, we all know, is to try things out. And sometimes things have to be adjusted. And it's constantly changing. Every week something changes. It's not a bad thing. Some of them changes we're going to go through today. There hasn't been a whole lot of changes, but I think there's been some big changes enough where I need to make this video and warn you guys of a few of the changes coming. Some of them, I'm going to tell you now, make absolutely no sense why Bethesda went and changed it. So let's just get to Wendy first. So Wendy was having the problem with her inventory and the bait. So when you would have the Mothman selected as the cryptid, you would end up with the Agua bait. You would still get the Mothman, but the bait would be wrong in your inventory. Now cryptids will no longer spawn during caravans if the bait in the player's inventory has been destroyed. Then added dialogue to indicate the initial sheep squatch bait provided by Wendy only works on large caravans. I'm glad to see that's fixed, because it kind of just threw you in there and it didn't let you know what's going on. Now Collector Murmur. We've identified an issue where the legendary weapons and armor are not being dropped from Collector Murmur's crates. Well, I've noticed that if you see here in this video, I was going through and I really didn't get any legendaries at all. No legendary armor, no legendary weapons. You see I got some plan and some ammo. But that was it. I really didn't get nothing else. So hopefully that'll be fixed in a future update, I would imagine, in the PTS before December when this all drops. Now, creature balancing. Balance adjustment for the Thrasher. Increased melee attack damage, especially at higher levels. Decreased sonic gobble attack damage at lower levels. Now weakest to fire damage and resistant to radiation, energy, and poison damage. The Thrasher has also received similar health and resistance changes that other creatures have obtained over the past few patches. We expect the Thrasher to be more dangerous up close but take less damage to kill. So that's very nice, because these Thrashers honestly was getting pretty tough for newer lower levels and make it a lot harder for them to complete the caravan. So a balance adjustment for these are really nice, especially that gobble screech right there. That thing was really obnoxious. So good to see that. So let's move on to the next. Combat balancing. The cooldown of evade effects now scales based on how much damage was avoided. Added additional information about damage types and damage over time effects to the help menu. This is something also I would like to touch on. A lot of people forget there is a help menu. So if you can't understand something, check this help menu out. Like you see right here, there is a lot of coverage in here that can help you out so much on your way playing this game. Especially if you're one of them types that play this game alone and you don't have time to play it with friends because you're busy in life. Totally understandable. So check this help menu out. It could be a big, well, help. So let's move on to the next little thing. The Tesla Cannon and the Tesla Cannon mods. Base damage of the Tesla Cannon increased by 30 damage. Ammo capacity increased from 50 to 60. Tesla Cannon mods. Spark Gap series mods, no changes. Solid State series mods. Decreased AP cost from VATS and increased damage more than the Spark Gap series. Triple Resonant Oscillator. Damage increased by 10. Ammo cost increased from 5 to 6. I was just talking about this in my last video about the Tesla Cannon, that a little buff and a little bit of work more with these mods would be amazing. And it was. Check it out. So like I showed you before in my last video with the Tesla Cannon, as I previously mentioned, this thing is really fun and it is really powerful. It does really good damage. It is a heavy gun, so it works on heavy gun perks, but it has a really good range and it does really good in VATS. Now I am doing this in the public test server with my heavy gun perks and my crit perks, and I am just annihilating everything. This weapon is very nice. So when it comes out in December, you might want to go ahead and just do that season and grab this up. But moving on to our next, pets. Updated the recipe for the dirt pile to reflect the correct materials from crafting. Like you see here now, it actually shows bone and fertilizer. It wasn't showing it before. Added a new category in armor workbenches for camp pets clothing, which as of right now is only a red bow collar for the cat and the dog. But I'd imagine they're going to add more later on down the road. Updated the camp pet command images to include a cat and dog. Dev note, the middle wheel image is still dog meat. This will be addressed in a future update. The cat now meows correctly at the speak command. That cat had a habit of locking up is basically what was happening. Hopefully when it hits console, there'll be no problems. and everything will be alright. Now for our last, the Gleaming Depths. Spectator mode will target a live player by default. That's good. New visual effects added to the Ultrasight Terror Tail Smash and Death animation. Known issue, the Ultrasight Terror final attack causes the hood of the creature to become distorted. Left D-pad has been set to the ping button. Pressing and holding the left D-pad button will now quick swap weapon. Known issue, the quick swap may not work for some players. Right now, I am throwing my grenades and I can't even throw my grenades. I cannot swap weapons. Now it said for some players, I have checked my mules. They will not swap either. So it is completely broken. But one thing I just don't understand is why they did the left D-pad. When I swap weapons, I'm in combat, and you probably are too. And the last thing you're going to want to have to do is hold the D-pad to go ahead and swap weapons. That is very, very bad. So this needs to be addressed immediately and changed, in my opinion, and I'd imagine your opinion as well. But this is everything I have for you, and like always I save this to the end. If you like my content, you like my channel, and you would really like to help to support this channel, please subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Alright guys, you take it easy, we'll see you next time.